Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to work on getting the rear winch mount installed on the RZR project. Make sure that if you enjoyed any of these videos, you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button below. We've got a lot more videos to do, and if you look in our videos, we've got a lot that we've already done. So today again we're going to work on getting the rear winch mount installed, and we're going to have to pull the front end apart to get the winch off of the front because that winch is going on the back. So let's get started. So at least getting the winch mount on, I think, should be a fairly easy process. There's 4 bolts that hold this plate on, and that mount replaces this rear plate. So let's see how it goes. Fun part always is, don't drop the nuts. Got a bunch of dirt down in there. Go. And of course, drop the nut. That wasn't too bad. See about the other side. And I think this is going to be, we got no shocks or anything on this thing, so it makes everything a little easier to get to. This side could be a little more challenging, it looks like. Not as much room for your hand in there. I'm going to go shift this thing out of park to get some more room in there. That helped a little. And the nut came off with the wrench. There's really not any tension on any of these bolts because, again, the shocks are all off and they're just sitting there on the hoist. So before I try to put this back together, I'm going to try to clean out that dirt that's up in there. I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, dirt's cleaned out. If you can see down there on the floor, there was quite a bit in there. So let's see how it goes back together. couple nuts on there to hold that up so we can get everything back together. Nuts on. 3 down. The most difficult one left. I think it's going to be the most difficult one. We'll hope that it's the easiest one. I doubt it. The bolt went in easy. Well, that's kind of a cheesy setup. Look at that. That center cap just broke off of there. A new one of those, I guess. Always something. So this is going to be the interesting one. Get that nut on there. If I can get so lucky to sneak it in there. I can get my hand in there without the nut, but oh. Oop. Got it. Trusty old fingers. All right. All right, we got the front winch off. Again, it's a Viper. This is the narrow spool. I'm going to put a wide spool back on the front with that bumper. This is a 6,000 pound winch, so it should be more than enough for what we need back here. So let's get started getting it mounted on there. So first we're going to do is put the fairlin on there, the rope that the rope goes through. All right, put the winch up there. The winch could be mounted up there either way. I'm going to put it so you can read everything. I think I had to have it upside down on the front, so we might have to swap around some wires. Put the rope through, and then this just slides back behind the winch, not behind the mount, behind the winch. up on that bolt that comes through the front. Boy, I didn't want to have to put that nut and bolt on after the fact, because another tight spot. It looks like we might have to. There we go, that'll slide on there now. So that just sits up there. Looks like we should have room to get the nut in there. So let me grab the bolts to bolt it on through the back side. I'll be right back. This winch takes two different size bolts, so it looks like I'm going to have to drill out the holes on this side of the mount. So I'll be back and we'll get this installed when I get those drilled out. Alright, sorry about that. I didn't realize I turned the cameras off. We've got that all installed, and let me show what I did. It really was just a matter of opening up the holes a little bit. The powder coat that they have on there was not allowing the bolts to go through. So I just took a 3/8 drill bit and cleaned the powder coat off, and the bolts went right in and everything bolted up. So let me show you what I did. So it's all installed. The two bolts, two bigger bolts on this winch, there's two small and two bigger bolts. I had to drill out the two bigger holes just to get rid of the powder coat so the bolts would go through. But other than that, everything mounted up well. Don't have the wiring done. Going to have to wait until I get the other winch. That'll be here probably first part of next week. It was supposed to ship today. So I left the wiring on the front from this winch so I didn't have to rerun everything. And then we will rerun all the wiring for this winch up to a switch on the dash. I haven't quite figured out the best route to take. With the exhaust back here, you definitely don't want to run it past the exhaust. But with that being said, it's all installed. I think it's a high quality piece of steel. We'll see how well it works. I have a small concern. This machine was a tight fit in my toy hauler, and this winch does stick out a few inches, and putting a front bumper on it's going to add another few inches, so we can only hope that it fits in the toy hauler with all this on there, because I didn't want to go through this for nothing. Again, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to watch the finishing up on this build. We still got quite a bit to go. Depending on when the winch gets here, that may be next. Front bumper, winch, or I got to pull the interior apart so we can get that cool cap kit in. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.